Service dogs cannot be trained in personal protection. Part 1. This video series was requested by a follower, friend, and supporter of mine. They run into a lot of handlers claiming that their service dog can be trained in personal protection. Seeing as how following the law and doing your research tends to be a pet peeve for most service dog handlers, you didn't do yours if you believe that service dogs can do protection work. In the original ADA definition of service animal back in the 90s, the phrase minimal protection was included. Problems started occurring where handlers were teaching their service dogs personal protection and claiming that the ADA protected these dogs. Let's be clear. Personal protection is doing things like biting on command, which is considered battery or assault. In the early 2000s, the ADA published a statement saying that minimal protection referred to things such as blocking, not protection work. Continued in Part 2. Service dogs cannot be trained in personal protection. Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, go back to Part 1. So after clarifying the definition of minimal protection, the ADA actually eventually removed that from the definition. The other main reason why service dogs cannot be trained in personal protection is that a dog who is trained to bite, growl, bark, attack, do anything intimidating or that causes harm on command is considered a weapon. While I cannot cite a specific law, there are multiple court cases deeming an attack dog or protection dog as a weapon. Also, stores can deny weapons. Stores can deny anything that they deem a threat to public safety. So if you have a medical service dog that is trained in protection work, it is recognized as a weapon before it is recognized as medical equipment and therefore does not have public access. Service dogs cannot be trained in protection work. Part 3. While there are different classifications for protection dogs, there's personal protection, there's attack dogs, there's threat dogs, service dogs cannot be any of these. The Americans with Disabilities Act does not grant or protect the right to teach your dog protection work. And I've already explained in Part 1 and 2 why you cannot teach your service dog protection work. Feel free to put your questions in the comments. However, I am not here to think for you, and I'm also not here to argue with you. So if you want to, discredit anything I'm saying or learn more about this topic, I suggest you do your own research. I know this can be a sensitive topic. I'm willing to educate about it, but only if people are being civil. If you'd like a source to read up on it, DM me. I'd be happy to send you an informative link.